Yeah.
So from what you've seen, Cargo, do they have any heavier play style?
I don't know. We're just gonna find out.
Just have to find out. So here we go. Winners quarters.
Okay.
And we got Sean versus Joe.
I'm assuming this is who's seeded to be here, because Joe, definitely one of our better players. So let's see how they do against Sean, who, you know, out-of-stater, not going to be super familiar with how they play. And sometimes that becomes a problem in you know, this state and probably many other states, is you kind of learn how to play against each other instead of playing matchups. But, you know, that never really seems to phase Joe. You know, he doesn't really come out to too much. But when he does, it just seems like he's ready for everybody. And, you know, that's a credit to Pyra and Mythra being good, but also Joe just being very proficient with this character.
Yeah, I mean, Joe's just a very, very solid player overall. I mean, very dynamic. And as I say that, Sean taking full advantage of this combo.
Oh, yeah.
And trying to even up the percents.
Yeah, and Joe having to switch back to Mythra, just realizing that, you know, it's too tough to be able to find a hit on a Falcon who's so evasive, so elusive, like Sean. Oh, man. Barely getting hit by that last hit of side B here.
Yeah, I mean, using that side B to good effect right now, trying to find ways to cover Sean's, you know, approach. But you can see how that Falcon kick out of the corner. That's, I feel like that is a common check that Sean uses. But never mind, Prominence Revolt taking out Sean, and you're off ledge. I don't even know what to say. I'm spellbound watching this Pyra Mythra.
Yeah, he's moving right now. Sean getting the tail end of all this pressure. And I think, you know, what Joe does great is, you know, using your resources. Because, you know, you have Mythra for this low percent, you know, build up the combo damage, put Falcon at disadvantage, really. And I feel like in this matchup, you really want to just match speed for speed. Like, Pyra is going to be a great resource to find kills, but just too slow. You're just going to get overwhelmed.
Yeah, I feel like that is almost like, it's a very, like you said, it's a very situational option where if Sean does give you that choice to say, well, I'm going to choose some of these more predictable options where I can play Pyra Mythra. I mean, Pyra, rather.
Yeah.
But again, using these, you know, the side Bs to great advantage right now, and Joe just holding the stage. I mean, it's impressive that he's still alive at 157.
Right? Especially with how, you know, easily Sean's been able to find kills and able to find it there, yeah. Yeah, you curse that one.
But again, now, Sean's still 98%, and like you said, matching that speed with the Pyra Mythra. And this is where Joe can try and take this game away and kind of just put it into the bag, but not if Sean has anything to say about it.
Okay, Joe not panicking. A lot of people will just try and roll there because they buffer trying to tech the stage just in case they do get spiked, which you can do it, but it might put you in a terrible position. But Sean, he just seems ready for everything. Oh, don't want to get hit by the Pyra Mythra dare, or at least a Pythra dare. Oh! Ooh. Oh, but going for the rest of the jab. It could have been a clip and a half. And
no, it's an SSD!
You can't just do that and then just throw yourself off stage like that. Come on.
No.
That's not a way to finish a clip. Not by any means.
I mean, again, you see that Pyra Mythra, you know, 168, Sean is doing such a good job maintaining this stock and trying to abuse that rage as well as he can. Such a good guy, but not going to live that, unfortunately.
Yeah, recognizing that Sean was air dodging pretty much any time Pyra was challenging him in the air, which I understand. I mean, that is a scary character to have to deal with, but, you know, eventually Joe, being as good a player he is going to call that out. Wait a minute. Oh, my God.
Reading that air dodge.
That was straight, you know, what's the word? Suffocation. That's what I want to say. Suffocation right there for Sean.
I mean, it's like you said, he is so oppressive. Once he has momentum and has figured out your escape options, to that point when he's off ledge, there's one route. You can go for ledge, you can air dodge it. Yep. Sean had the beat on it, and that's why he went for such a hard call out with that knee. It is so impressive to see Sean just run wild against some of these players. But credit to Joe for keeping up, especially using that Mythra to great effect.
Yeah, once Sean has you in his vice grip, not much you can do. But let's see if Joe is able to, you know, clean it up. But didn't play a bad game. Had really good moments and had really bad moments. And, you know, that's just how the game goes. Consistency is hard, and Sean just being better at it, I guess. Ooh. Being better at these consistent combos. I mean, what do you do about that?
I mean,
leave you speechless.
It leaves you speechless to the point where you're just basically wondering that how much real estate does Sean have in your head reading all these different options. Sean getting back to stage and take that rising there. I like that option to call out Joe trying to, intercept your option, but 110.
Yep.
Joe's got to close this out now.
Reading the air dodge once again, and this might be death. Yeah, air dodging like that. You might want to just take the hit in that situation because I don't think you die off the side or off the top, depending on your DI, but regardless, okay. Dash attack, putting in work, being a great burst option for Pyra, or for Mythra, that is.
I mean, we didn't really see too much to great effect in game one, but the foresight usage, I feel like this is what's going to make or break that matchup, Cargo.
Yeah, I mean, it's so difficult to be very consistent with that just because, everyone plays at a certain speed and you might not always get a read on that, but, but yeah, you're right. I mean, that will be huge if he can get it consistently on Sean, and that takes a lot of being able to read your opponent. And Sean is someone that doesn't really strike me as a player that's easy to read.
While we've been talking about that, Carlo, I mean, this neutral string that Sean has had has been going on for the better part of 20 to 30 seconds. I mean, he has had Joe in a corner and just been racking up the percent. Yes, the percents may tell a different story right now, but Sean has been so absolutely dominant.
Definitely. Okay, and there you go. You make one mistake, and Sean's going to be there to punish you with a Falcon kick of all moves. I mean, I respect it.
Yeah, I mean, he has been, I feel like that's one of the better checks that Sean is using. It's how will you react to the Falcon kick to close that gap as a good burst option, but trying to call out that lower recovery again. And
yeah.
I would like to see a switch back to Mythra here, or, well, no, not this percent.
I mean, it really depends, because if you just keep letting this go on for too long, you're going to be in a situation where, like, you're going to find yourself dead and he still has 2 stocks. But able to find a hit, and that's exactly the situation Joe wants to find himself in, and able to get out of there using the foresight, as you said, coming in clutch, getting yourself at a disadvantage, and once you start up advantage state with Mythra, it almost doesn't stop.
Yeah, and I think one of the better things that we're seeing right now with Joe is how they're extending off of these nairs. It's a little bit of like a combo into imagination tool.
Yeah.
But to get that combo, you got to get off the ledge, and good use of that double jump to get out of disadvantage by Joe.
Oh, yeah. And you see Sean right there trying to go for the true combo side B in the knee. True confirmed, patented by a fatality, and not able to find it. But, oh man, getting sent off, a disgusting angle. You kind of just force the side B, getting out of Sean's
and
threat range.
But out with the up. Sean is such a good predictive player. I mean, he is so well adverse to, getting through your defensive network and then punishing you tenfold.
Yeah, Sean definitely caught on to Joe, like jumping off ledge, like even double jumping off ledge, and then trying to fall with an air. And I want to point out that at Glitch, Cosmos did that a million times, pretty much never got punished for it because it's such a good option. But Falcon at least has an option where he